Okay, so we just finished the gardens there. We're going to come up this way. So I'm going to touch more about the racism. There's way too much racism around the world. I taught my kids, or our kids, never to be racist. My parents were full-on racist, but I'm not. I could never understand why my parents wouldn't let me play with an Asian kid or a black kid. I couldn't go to anyone's parties if they were anything but white. And I vowed never to be like that with our kids. And I never was. We have a lovely old guy living across the road from us. He's an Aborigine. He's one of the nicest ones I've met. And I get along with him really well. So to be accused of being a racist and a freak or weirdo, it's nowhere near the truth. So if you strip everyone's skin off and just left them the way they are, what's the difference? There is absolutely nothing different. We all got hearts. Well, maybe. We've all got the same insides, the same heart, lungs, kidneys, blood. And the only thing that changes is the skin. And it shouldn't matter the skin colour. So if you are one of these racists, stop and think about it. You took your skin off, and whoever you're racist against, take their skin off. What do you got? Same person. And the only thing that changes is skin colour. Would be. It should not matter the skin colour. And I will treat anyone the way they treat me. If you come off as being an asshole or a bitch or one that knows everything and gives me attitude straight off, I'm going to do the same back. Funny first. Hi. Do you need a hand up?
No, thank you very much.
Alright, that's cool.
Thank you.
You have a good day. If you come off and treat me like a person, I will treat you like a person. But if you come into the chat or comment section with an attitude and you get it thrown back in your face, don't go crying to everyone. I mean, it is so tough to be behind a keyboard. What does my husband call them? Keyboard heroes. Warriors, that's right. Keyboard warriors. You're so tough. You are so tough behind a keyboard. Come face to face with me and then tell me to my face. I guarantee that this person will never do that. Because as far as I'm concerned, you're a gutless person. You're all tough behind a keyboard, but you're a scared little wimpy person behind the keyboard. I go out of my way to avoid filming people. And I get criticised for that. People complain that they deliberately go in shot and in front of the camera and then complain that they're on camera. So you can't have it both ways. You can't complain that you're on the camera if you're deliberately going in front of the camera. So given that, in 2 days, I have been criticised and been blamed and had accusations thrown at me left, right and centre. I've just had a gutful. So if that person, she knows who she is, says it again, I'm just going to keep deleting your messages. Because if you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything at all. As we have another information board here. Gives you an idea on how long this national park's been around. Right, so we could go, I don't know how far I'll get there, that's 20k long, but we'll go as far as we can. And for all those who have given nice comments, thumbs up, subscribed, I thank you very much. Another little birdie here. So I do appreciate everyone that does that. What I don't appreciate is being accused of something I have never done and will never do. How cool is that? Tiny little birdie. So, tell me your stories of being accused of being a racist, or have you had accusations thrown at you for no reason whatsoever? If you have, put down in the comments. And as far as it being fair, it doesn't matter if you've got black skin or white skin. You have to jump through just as many hoops. You may think, oh, you're a white Australian, you have it easy. We don't. Who I do find that has it easy are the refugees that come in. They get it a lot easier than we do. Even though we're born here, we have to jump through so many hoops just to get the smallest little things, like trying to get a transfer from one house to another. The amount of paperwork, the amount of stuff we had to do just to get that. A refugee comes over, they're in the house within a couple of weeks. So yeah, we have it so easy, don't we? It took them 3 months to grant our just our transfer out, and as from August we've been waiting for nearly 2 years. So who has it easier? I know I don't. I mean, I'm white, but I don't have it easy. Check that out, that's something different. And even if you're born here, it doesn't make a lick of difference. Unless you're born rich, or you got a rich family, you know, money talks, bullshit walks. that sort of saying. I would never, or will I ever, be a racist. I don't see the point. And why would I be that when I was teaching our kids not to be a racist? If you don't like my videos, don't watch them. If you like my videos, keep watching them. I will speak my mind and I will call it how I see it. If I feel that certain people are sus, I will call it out. I saw the way that these two people were watching me. You can call it intuition, spider senses, and tingling, whatever. But I felt like they were bad news. So I stayed away from them. I cannot afford to replace my equipment because some person, whether they're white or black, decides, I want that. And to talk about this person, going back to this person, talk about, they didn't want my equipment. How would you know? You don't even live over in this country. So, to throw that out there, you don't know the situation around here. There's some suburbs here in Brisbane that you cannot walk around. Even if you've got two savage dogs, you cannot walk around in those suburbs. Because if you do, you won't make it back to your house. You'll either get killed, murdered, robbed, raped, and that's, whether it's white or black people, doesn't matter. There's gangs around. We have gangs that patrol around the area. And where we're living, it is primarily Sudanese or African gangs that are walking around. I went to a park. I even had the cops come up to me and advise me strongly to go home because there was a bunch of African teenagers going around picking on people, stealing their money, bashing them up. So this cop advised me to go home. So, in saying that, I know at least 4 suburbs in Brisbane that you cannot walk alone in broad daylight with 2 savage dogs, because they would just kill the dogs. In those areas, I will not do. And I grew up in one of those areas. So I know what it was like. The house I was staying in, ironically, was 666. But it was a really bad house. The first week, we had a couple of cats die. I saw my dog get run over. It was very traumatic for that. Oh, that's a bird. Male and female calling to each other. Nice. But there's just, and I'm sure that there are gangs running around America where this person is doing the same thing. And I guarantee half of those are black people. And because this person was a black person, And she suddenly knows all the minds of every black person on this planet. But in saying that, if you don't know the situation, don't just assume that you do. Wow, look at this tree. Wow. Oh, that's still calling. Nice. Wow, this. Look at that. That's coming off from the track there. That would have made a big bang when it came down. Ideally, I would like more people to comment in the comment section. I prefer nice comments, say whether you like the video or if you've got other suggestions on if you want to see other videos, different places that you haven't seen. Let me know, put it down in the comments. But yeah, just if you've got nothing nice to say, don't put anything in the comments. But if you just want to say hi, that's fine too. But don't be a bitch about it. Like it's people like that we don't need. She makes it harder for the rest of the black culture, I'll say. Whether that's Aborigines, Africans, Pakistan, Indian, or whatever. Because maybe if you saw the comments, you'd see what I was saying. But if you didn't, think yourself lucky you didn't. Because it did get a bit heated on her end, not mine. I just put down, pointed out the facts. She didn't like it. It's funny. She strikes me as a bully. Like, she must have been one of these ones that were bully at school and thought she could get away with it again when she's an adult. I didn't like bullies when I was a kid, and I sure as hell don't take any of their crap while I'm an adult. But it's funny. Like, when I was a teenager, right through my 20s, I was quiet as a mouse. Like, I would let people walk all over me. Yeah. I've had that many people lie and stab me in the back. Now, I ended up getting sick really bad. I got glandular fever. And from that, I developed depression and anxiety. So the one good thing that the depression gave me was a voice. I only have to speak my mind. If I call it how I see it. A lot of people don't like that because I don't lie to their face. And quite frankly, I am fed up with so many people lying to me. It's just not funny now. It was never funny to start with, but so teach your kids not to be racist. That would be a good start. Stop and think. What is it doing to our kids? you want to teach your kids not to fight with other kids. I am assuming that would be a given to every parent. So teach them not to be racist. Teach yourselves not to be racist. For me personally, it doesn't matter the skin colour. I will talk to anyone. When the kids went to school, especially in the preschool, and I'm guessing this still applies now, regardless of what country you're from, you'll always have mothers in cliquey little groups. Right? When my youngest went to preschool, there's all these cliquey little groups. I would never go into one and stay in one. I would go from group to group to group. And there was a couple of Iraqi or Iran, they're Muslims. And no one, not one mother would sit down and talk to them. So I saw this, and within the first couple of weeks, I watched other mothers see whether or not they would go and talk to these mothers, because they were all talking with each other and that. Not one of them would go over there. I just got to stop for a bit. Okay, now I just waited for that person to go past. So yeah, so not one of them would talk to the mothers at all. And I found that really disturbing, because here they are talking amongst themselves in their cliquey little groups. So I started going over there and sitting next to the Muslim parents, mothers and that. And I started talking to them. The other mothers gave me a look that I should have turned to ash. And it's like, what? Go talk to them. They're nice people. There's nothing wrong with them. And this was also around the time of 9/11. Well, I didn't blame them for it. It wasn't them specifically that did it. Besides, 9/11 wasn't what you would see. What you saw on TV was not the real story. There is some stories going around about 9/11. And I'm pretty sure most of the people have heard about the stories. The conspiracy theories, to the real thing, to what went missing underneath the Trade Center. Like, I think it was 8 million or billion. There's a lot of gold that went missing. Funny that. And how perfect those buildings came down. It's all very sus. So, going back to the races. We teach our kids to forgive and forget, not to harbour any bad thoughts or bad ideas against another kid. Now, what I find hard is that we're trying to teach our kids to be nice to other people, regardless of the skin colour. And yet, here we have on the news for the last, recently it's just been the last week, with Iraq attacking Israel, Israel attacking Iraq, Russia attacking Ukraine, Ukraine attacking Russia. So, I put this question to you. How do we teach our kids not to fight with other kids, when they see adults fighting on TV. I just don't understand how we can manage to do that. Put in the comments. Tell me, how do we do that? Hi. Because for me, it just seems like a waste of time. What's the point? What's the point of teaching our kids not to fight? They see adults do it and think, oh, well, if adults can do it, I can do it. I guess it's just in man's nature to destroy themselves. And then women inherit earth. But then you're going to have people that are going to be so catty, so bitchy, that eventually women will destroy the earth. We will never have peace on earth, regardless of what any religious mob say. And as far as Jesus coming back, well, should I open the can of worms on that? Maybe not. Maybe in the next video. I respect everyone's beliefs, as long as you respect mine. If you can't do that, well, how do you expect me to do that for you? Ooh, that was a yellow birdie. Oh, I'm not sure what that birdie was, but it had yellow on its body. There it is. It might come back up. No, I think it's gone in its nest. Oh, that's a shame. It's a bright yellow bird too. I know it's probably not a video that you hoped to watch, but I needed to address this before this person retaliates again. If I hope she was the one that left, because I did have 54 subscribers. Now I'm down to 53 again. Well, I hope she wasn't even a subscriber. So, if you don't like my videos, that's fine, that's your opinion. But if you do like my videos, please hit that like and subscribe button, as I am trying to get my videos out to the rest of the world, and to Australia and the rest of the world. Showcase Australia for what it really is. And if that person is still watching the video, I hope you are listening, and listening properly this time. Because for one thing, the dude with the camera was a white guy, and it was nowhere near the two other people. So you might want to get your story straight first before accusing me of something. But in saying that, it gave me a subject to talk about. So that's a plus. I mean, other than that, there's other things in the video that was much better than talking about being racist. So I'm sorry if you don't like the topics that I talk about, or if you don't like what I talk about. I'm sorry for those people, but I am not sorry for that one person. I will never apologize to that person. So if you're waiting for an apology from me, hold your breath. I found this person, let's say, the typical American, the arrogant, the pig-headed, and just assumes to know all about me. I know some Americans that are really nice. And I know some Americans that are assholes. And that's both black and white. So even before you think about saying some bullshit story, I'm going to cut you off. So it doesn't matter the skin colour. I will refer the person as a keyboard warrior, all tucked behind the keyboard, scared little girl behind it. So there's essentially my 2 cents worth, but more. Okay, so we could do, yeah, we could go down there. Then we'll go to the picnic rock and the falls. Hi. Hi. Okay, so we could do, what? Why is that one there? There's a ranger, 2 rangers. One was playing with a mushroom. Okay, so yeah, we'll go do the falls and the picnic rock down this way, but I don't think I'll be doing that one. We'll go down to the falls and the picnic area. Let me know if you've done this walk before. How'd you find it? Did you have to stop? Did you keep going? Did you do the whole 20k walk? Down in the comments. It is a little bit cooler down here, which is nice. It'd probably be great a walk in summer. You'd come down along here and you'd have the cool air, cool breeze maybe. It's not actually windy today. Are you serious? I just have to pause it. I gotta change mics. Okay, so now I've got the next mic in. Oh. I'm still fighting off that flu, so you hear me because I'm fighting off a flu. But don't hold that against me. we'll go down to the picnic area and then to the falls. I think that'll do it. There's other bush walks that we could do, but I'm doing this one. Oh, this is interesting. Look at all the moss along the trees there. There's another couple of birds. Oh, nice. Seeing a lot of birds today. Nice. I'm not sure what they were, but they were small little birdies. There were 3 of them. It's an interesting place to come here. It is a heritage listed park as well, or national park. There are places here that you can stay. That's interesting. Well, imagine if these trees could talk, the stories that they could tell. Some of them are hundreds of years old. Like this one here. There's probably a few in here that are thousands of years old that haven't been touched or seen by man for hundreds of years. Interesting bird. Hoping that's picking it up. We've got another fallen tree here. Yeah, different trees, different shrubs, yeah, ferns. This place would probably be a bit more colourful during spring times and maybe summer. We're here at the moment, it's winter here, so not a lot of flowers would be blooming at the moment. But then again, it's been hot enough. I've seen flowers that don't normally bloom until spring, and they've been blooming in autumn or fall for the American viewers. Because some people, Americans, don't realise that there's different seasons. So when they got their summer, we got our winter. And we don't call it fall here, we call it autumn. their seasons are different to ours. Instead of having snow at Christmas time, we have hot days. Gets up to anywhere from 30 to 35 in Brisbane on Christmas Day. The last few Christmases, it's been raining or storming on Christmas Day. But yeah, it's different. I gotta remember that, I gotta say to the American viewers that it's winter at the moment where they're having their summer. I've had a few people in the chat rooms can't understand how that works, and it's like, it's nature, which I don't know. Seasons change. Oh, well, I think we've come to the end of the trail. We can go up that one, yeah? No, we're gonna call it here. So, I'm not gonna walk up that way and go round. So I hope you enjoyed this walk in Lamington National Park. I know that the topic I chose to talk about might be an issue for some people, but that's why. How far down is the falls from here? Oh, right. Okay, cool. Thank you. Kind of plans. I can hear the waterfall, so let's get up here. Oh, crap. Wow. Yeah, this is so dodgy. I can come around here and come down around here. So hopefully my battery will hold out. Wow, I just realised this here, this was a tree. Holy crap. Goddamn. Yeah, so I realise it's probably going to be a touchy subject for some people. And maybe for some others might be a laugh. And maybe some others might get mad about it. If that's the case, well, put it in the comments. Now, I'm not directed at anyone specifically, except for maybe one person. But yeah, you had it coming. And I'm sorry for anyone that got offended, but this is my opinion, my personal opinion. There is no place on earth for racist people. Absolutely none. there is a saying, like, I'm not a racist, I hate everyone equally. Does that make people that say that, does that make them racist? No. They're trying to make fun of the situation, trying to see the lighter side. Wow, look at that tree. Man. Oh, look, you can even see right out. Wow. Look how big it is. Yeah. I'm hoping my battery will hold out. Look at that tree. We were saying, these trees could talk and tell stories. Now, what kind of stories could they tell? That's the two. Two in one tree. Nice. Yeah. Did they see bush rangers running through here? Did they see outlaws running here, hiding in trees like this? I mean, what to say no one's hiding in there at night? There'd be plenty of spots to hide out here. And if they want to be found, you wouldn't be able to find them. Not in this bushland. Look how thick it is down there. Another tree like the other one. This one. If you guys ever go bushwalking, just stop and look around. Look at the trees. Look at the ferns. Look at the flowers. These trees have been here longer than you have. Another two, oh, that would have been a three trunk one. No. Start to hear the waterfall, I think. I'm hoping we're close to it. That was a white person and she couldn't even have the decency to smile back at me. You go on these walks, you come across people, you give them a smile or a hi or a wave or something. Then 9 times out of 10, I don't get anything back. It's the odd occasion when I'll get a hello out of someone, or maybe they will say hello back first and then I'll say hello. But most of the time, ones that don't say anything, it is usually white people. And I find that rude. It doesn't take much just to say hi or give a wave, give a smile. Discussing on how people get treated these days. And it seems to be getting worse and worse. There's a lot of rocks down this path here. I'm trying to watch where I'm going. I'm not talking much at the moment because there's a bit of a drop down and there's all these rocks and roots, tree roots sticking out. So if I'm quiet, it's because I'm watching where I'm going. Until I get past this section, I'll just be quiet until the end of this bit. There's another tree down. Gotta pause it for a minute. Okay, I just had to put my phone on charge. I don't have the mic in at the moment, so you're going to hear a lot of the background noise. Hopefully it'll pick up the birds as well. Oh wow, there's actually a little park down there for this big tree. Wow. Let's go down and see what it says. There's small steps leading down to it. Wow. It's a bush box. Nice. Okay. Damn moss. What's in it? Wow. And there you go, you've seen inside the tree. Not sure how far it goes up, whether it goes all the way up or not. But yeah, and they're the stairs leading back up. That was different. It's a pretty cool looking tree. It's starting to get hot now. Okay, we'll keep going. Oh. Yeah, big boulder in the footpathway. We've come up here before, but I've never done this track before. We went as far as the gardens and we turned around and went back. Some really lots of rocks and tree roots in the path here, as you can see. Look at that tree, except for the top bit. Wow. There's lots of more tree roots here and rocks. I can hear something moving down there. Look at that. I should start hearing the waterfall soon, I hope. Okay, so I guess it's like a little stream that they've either put in or have made. So when it gets too bad, it floods out. Well, where's the path? Oh, back over there. Wow. Yeah, I was going to stop it there, but I figured, stop it, let's go, keep going. I don't know what happened to the path, because it looks like it ends just there. There's another path there. I'm just going to pause it for a minute. Okay, so it wasn't that way. So when you come down along here, there's a little turn off down here, and we got to come down this way. There's like no signs leading to this way, but so let's see. Well, so we got here. So I was just talking to an old lady. She was a nice old lady. So she pointed me on the right track. Apparently I went off track. I didn't even see the stairs back there. So we can start hearing the waterfall now. So we are getting close to it. The sucky bit is I gotta walk back up this way. Okay, so it's a little bit muddy here, so you might want to be careful of that. There is rocks still and tree roots in here as well, so be mindful of that. As you can see, it gets pretty bad in places. And in other places it's not too bad. So this This is strictly for people that can walk. It's a shame that it's not wheelchair friendly. But in saying that, anyone that's in a wheelchair can watch this. Oh, we're starting to come out in the clearing. That's just a plus. This is pretty cool. So again, there's rocks and tree roots along here, which you'd have to be mindful of that. There's no mozzies here, which is a plus.
Hi.
Hi.
Alright.
Pretty good yourself?
Good, thank you.
See, that's all it takes. Someone to say hello, you say hello back, they say how you going, you say good, you ask them how they're going. It's just the polite thing to do. And it wouldn't matter the colour of a person. I say hello to anyone that says hello back. It's just the right thing, and just use your manners. Because people seem to have lost the ability to use their manners. Some of this path is a little bit narrow as well. Oh, there's something down there. I can hear it in the bush. It's probably a bird. You can hear that whip bird again. Ooh, what was that? Oh, something just hit my head. Oh, okay. So, okay, we are right here. Nice. Talks about the bush and where we go. Okay. Ooh, which way? I guess we'll go this way. We must be nearly close to it. I hope. One thing I did find interesting is when I was talking to the old lady. She was friendly, don't get me wrong, and she was nice. But as soon as I started talking about homeless, she didn't want to know. I find that sort of interesting. It's funny how you talk to people about the homeless people. You know, suddenly they have to go, or, you know, they've got friends waiting for them and they really, really have to go. Yeah, closing your eyes and not talking about the homeless doesn't go away. You know, they're homeless for a reason, whether it's their own doing, whether it's drug related, alcohol related, or whether they just couldn't pay their rent because they had to choose between rent or food. And it'd be hard for anyone with kids because you're going to have to pick food rather than the rent. I can honestly say I know what that feels like, because we had no money coming in for a while, and my husband's boss refused to sign a piece of paper stating he wasn't working anymore. So as far as Centrelink was concerned, he was still working. So we couldn't claim unemployment benefits. Boss wouldn't sign over the paperwork, so we were in limbo. And our rent fell behind. We told housing what was happening, and they didn't really give a shit. We almost got kicked out of the house because of it, because his boss wouldn't sign a piece of paper stating he wasn't working anymore. So I can honestly say I know what that's like. For those months that we had no income in, it was really hard and scary. Because I had 3 kids at home, and we just found it very, very hard to make ends meet when there was no income coming in. I had to go to Vinnie's, Salvation Army, and all those places, and the community centre. So I know how it is, and the way people treat you. So it'd be hard for people, and it's getting harder and harder. And the stuff I got for recording, I wouldn't want any other mongrel dog to come up and take that from me, because they decide they want it. So if I get a feeling that someone's sus, I won't go near them. I'm not going to have some mongrel come up and take my stuff because they decide that they want it. They decide that they're more important and they should have my stuff, only to sell it for, drugs, alcohol. It's usually what happens, isn't it? So if I get sus to someone that I don't feel comfortable being around, I won't go near them. And I don't care what anyone says. But I guarantee if you were in the same position, you would not do that either. So this is going to be a little dicey. Hopefully it'll be okay. Rocky rocks. Okay, so we're coming up close to the waterfall now. I don't know what happened to the picnic place, but we bypassed that somehow. Oh, crap. Another little stream to cross. Around the tree we go. Must be getting close to it. Oh, check that out. That's so cool. That's neat. Yeah, you should be able to hear the waterfall now. We're getting real close to it. Looks like they've done some clearing around here. Should be able to hear it now. It should be coming through on the video. And we'll go down around here. We got some up here. Maybe the staff of it. How cool is that? We'll have a look at the bigger one, which is just down here. Well, it looks like they've done a lot of clearing down along here. Well, they put up a fence. Guess it's a plus? Question mark? Oh, wow. Look at that. So I'll be going down to the falls here. And this is as far as I'll be going today. Because I've got to walk back up. And it's going to take a lot out of me. Look at that. You can start to see the water. This is similar to the Queen's Falls, I guess. Hi. Another little section you gotta cross, get to the waterfall. That wasn't so bad, but still bad enough. Alright. I'm not sure if you can swim in here or not. Wow. How cool is this? Your little one here. Got a few little ones around here. But look at this. Here we are at the waterfall. Oh, picnic rocks just up there. Okay. Maybe we'll go up there. But look at this. Look how cool that is. Not sure whether we will or not. Depends if I can get past this or not. Picnic rocks up there. Stop it, I'm not going up there. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the outro for sure this time. Check out the views. I mean, this is pretty cool. Just sitting down here. It would look pretty cool at summertime as well. I guess you could sit sort of there, maybe up there. What is that? I'm not sure what that is. Is that a rock? Yeah, it might be a rock. But yeah, give a thumbs up to this walk. Subscribe to the channel to see more and different videos like this, because you never know where it might end up next time. So until then, fellow travellers, have a good one. As I do last pan around, looking up the creek there looks so pretty cool. And that way it's Picnic Rock, and that's the waterfall. Maybe I can get a better shot. Oh, you could get down there, but a little bit dicey. So, until next time, fellow travellers, have a good one, because you never know where I might end up next.